Vanderbilt University was put on high alert overnight after a man was shot and killed on campus. Police are now looking for a gunman. They were called to the Wesley Place parking garage on the 2000 block of Scarrett Place around 11:45 last night. When officers got to the garage, they found the victim already dead. We are told the shooting happened after an altercation. Officers are now looking for a gold Ford F-150 truck with the license plate T9032C. They believe its driver may have been involved or was a witness. Call Crime Stoppers at 74-CRIME if you have any information. Tennessee is now at a level 2 state of emergency. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency raised the state to the higher level yesterday afternoon, due in large part to the extensive damage and power outages across the Cumberland Plateau. Since the storms began nearly a week ago, 21 people have died in Tennessee in weather-related incidents. 11 people have died from hypothermia. 6 people have been killed in car accidents. 3 died in a fire, and 1 dialysis patient passed away after they were not able to get to treatment. One of the hardest hit areas has been Putnam County, and that's where we find News Channel 5's Matthew Torres, who is in the Monterey area. Lots of downed trees there, right, Matthew?
Without a doubt, it's easy to say whenever you look at photos from afar just how bad the damage is, but when you actually drive through Monterey, it is quite alarming. Again, I mentioned it is a mess because it certainly is, because the work is far from over, and it gives you a better idea. I am just underneath one of the tree limbs that broke off because of the ice. This is a good 6 feet taller than I am. This is what the type of scene we've been seeing throughout the area as we drive around. There are many down power lines as well, many trees just bent over, leaning on the power lines. Now, good news, we did receive information from the fire chief that a quarter of Monterey has their power back. Nonetheless, they advise people to stay indoors and avoid the roads. There is still ice, there is still snow out there, but they say this will take about a good 3 weeks in order to restore all the lines and get the power back. So I mentioned the work is far from over, especially when you see trees, branches scattered all over the floor, all over the ground. And right now, what we're told, we have several departments, the sheriff, fire department, police department, even the mayor are gathering at this point at Monterey Fire Department as their command post in order to reevaluate and figure out the next plan of attack and to just figure out how to restore power and hopefully help the citizens here who are forced to stay inside because of the power outage. We'll have more report and get information from this meeting. For now, we are reporting live in Monterey. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
And as Matthew mentioned, folks on the Cumberland Plateau could be without their power for a while. This was Interstate 40 near exit 300 in Putnam County yesterday afternoon. Power line on the ground brought traffic to a standstill for much of the day. And trees and branches blocked other secondary roads, making getting around very difficult. The Tennessee National Guard has 5 Humvee crews working on wellness checks in White County, while the Tennessee Division of Forestry has chainsaw crews working to clear debris. Both the American Red Cross and Tennessee Department of Human Services are working on mass sheltering and feeding missions, while TEMA has set up task forces to work with state and private groups to identify areas of priority and need. So far, there have not been any reports, fortunately, of any sort of serious injuries. Meanwhile, there are shelters set up for those who do not have power and who need it. In the Hanging Limb community in Overton County, temporary assistance is available at the Mountain Fire Department, also at the First Christian Church on Oakley Street in Livingston. The number there is 931-823-1133. And in Sparta and White County, the National Guard Armory on McMinnville Highway will be open for the next few days. Their number is 931-836-2999. And as it warms up, drivers do need to watch out for heavy ponding on the road caused by yesterday's rain, as well as the melting ice and snow. Another big issue is ice and debris blocking storm drains. Metro Water Services says its crews are working hard to clear all the blocked drains and ditches. If you see any, give them a call at 862-4600. In Sumner County, a roof collapsed at a printing plant as nearly 24 employees were still inside. The roof of Axiom Impressions in Portland caved in around 9 yesterday morning. from all the ice and snow on the roof. The business makes grocery store circulars, and workers are typically in the building around the clock. There were 23 people inside when the roof gave way. No one was hurt, but the building caught on fire after the roof came down. The owner is already looking for a new place to set up shop.